there's another bush tradition, the recitation. Though an editor's party piece it was to recite bush yarns, stories that had never been written down, but handed on in the true oral tradition. But sometimes, on the rare occasion when bushmen would go into the city on the spree, hell-bent on spending their hard-earned cheques, for which they had worked many months, they'd return to the bush after having been lambed down with nothing to show for it other than maybe a copy of a Lawson book of poems while the billy boils. And here's a Lawson poem, Scots of the Riverina, written in 1917, towards the end of the Great War.
The boy cleared out of the city from his home at the harvest time. They were Scots of the Riverina, and to run from home was a crime. The old man burned his letters, the first and last he burned, and he scratched his name from the Bible when the old wife's back was turned. A year went past, and another. There were calls from the firing line. They heard that the boy had enlisted, but the old man made no sign. His name must never be mentioned on the farm at Gundagai. They were Scots of the Riverina, with ever the kirk hard by. The boy came home on his final, and the township's bonfire burned. His mother's arms were about him, but the old man's back was turned. The daughters begged for pardon, so the old man raised his hand. A Scot of the Riverina was hard to understand. The boy was killed in Flanders, where the best and bravest died. There were tears at the grain homestead and grief in Gundagai, but the old man ploughed at daybreak, and the old man ploughed at murk. There were furrows and pain in the orchard where his household went to the kirk. The hurricane lamp in the rafters dimly burned. And the old man died at the table when the old wife's back was turned. Face down with his bare arms folded, he sat, with his wild grey hair outspread over the Bible, and a name rewritten